Soaring high above the Willamette River. And before
Kevin, thanks.
Absolutely, DA. Thank you. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Nurkic against Simmons. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. Here's Embiid. Fires the 3. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And now the fast break. Embiid with the ball. Here's Simmons. And no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. To the paint. Here's Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
What about the vision of Ariza just slashing the D apart with his passing?
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, bro. Hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
It's Ariza on the wing. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Richardson. 76ers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Simmons and McCollum with the block. Pass to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. At the elbow, it's Simmons. And it's good, 2 points.
Oh, man, the awareness and the IQ of Horford look so adept at getting the ball to his open teammates.
Here's Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Here is Harris after the Trailblazers pick up 2.
Oh, man, and defenders have to be more cautious when guarding Harris. He is constantly looking to draw contact on his shots.
Philadelphia is shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. And Harris drops them both. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. 16 feet away. Kept alive. A shot, no good. 76ers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Pass to Horford. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Embiid. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Portland trailing here. Here's Collins. Makes it off the glass.
Strong buckets like this help energize guys. I mean, Collins looking like no one can hold him there.
Here's Simmons. That one, no good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Oh, and here we go with Collins. Nobody back. That puts them in the lead. Collins has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Fantastic mobility and understanding where to position himself. Collins is a viable threat in transition.
Embiid against Collins. Horford trying to free himself up. Embiid, no good.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
And the basket by McCollum.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Simmons against McCollum. Simmons looking around. And he slams layup of Hassan Whiteside.
How can you not love Simmons? I mean, some of the dunks he pulls off are insane.
Trent passes to Whiteside, and the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That is his first foul of the game. Rodney Hood's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. And Robinson III comes in for Tobias Harris. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Burks in for Simmons. Now, here's Burks. Here's Embiid. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
Well, because of Whiteside's instincts and awareness, he can pretty much block anything in his proximity. It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. That free throw good from Hood. Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Korkmaz is checked in.
An already proven scorer. Hood needs to keep adding to his game, specifically focusing on becoming a better all-around versatile player.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Burks kicks to Scott. Can't cash in from close range. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is still...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And for Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, governing the split-second chance opportunities. I mean, that's what has them in the lead right now.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Alec Burks is out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Scott, then it's Robinson, and it's Korkmaz in at the 3 spot.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The 76ers trail by 5.
And Trevor Ariza, a different player now than he once was, but during his prime, he was as athletic as anybody on the floor.
You can say that again, G.A. And he's done a good job adjusting his game as he's grown older. He went from mostly a slasher to a 3-and-D player. I mean, it's allowed him to have a lengthy career. Improving as a distributor, it helps when Hood tries to share it like this.
Burks finds Scott. Down low. And finished off by Scott.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Robinson. Back to Korkmaz. Again, Philadelphia.
They would love to see every possession in with a high percentage shot like that.
And so Hood will bring it up for Portland. From outside the arc, good on the triple. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
You can't allow Hood to get comfortable from there. He loves getting the chance to shoot the 3-ball.
Thybulle with the ball. Inside. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Whiteside. Zach Collins comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Hood. Now here's Simmons. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as he gets. It's just a fluke.
And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That is his first foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. McCollum fires from way outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Pass to Richardson. And it's all evened up.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
In the corner, Collins with it. Those 3-pointers off the mark. 76ers have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Well, I like Richardson's versatile skill set. He has the deep shot, but he can also drive through the D.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Here's Nurkic. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Horford. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Horford's got the lead up to 4 now for the 76ers. Portland's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let him fly.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jump.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Oh, when Harris is down deep, he's exceptional at being physical. Really puts defenders in a tough spot.
And Harris drops them both. And 1:01 left to play in the first half. Collins passes it to McCollum. Here's Trent. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And there's the pass to McCollum. Collins, that's a 2-pointer. Misses off the left iron.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
Yeah, it's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Here's Trent. He's looking for McCollum and finds him. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
You can't forget about McCollum from there, proving once again that he's not just a jump shooter.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Embiid. And it's good for 2. Embiid's got the lead back up to 7 now for the 76ers.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Shot from 12. Nurkic can't hit. Collins against Harris. And he makes good on the layup. And now it's a 9-point 76ers lead.
It's been absolutely amazing to watch Harris mature. I mean, physically, he can handle the power.
And so it's Philadelphia.
Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. And we know that Joel Embiid is one of the best centers in the league, Shaq. And that does it for our...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the small forward. Here's Nurkic.
You can't jump at the pump fake. Nurkic is too skilled at getting defenders up in the air.
The Trailblazers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit,
that's something you'll be happy with.
And Portland making a change here. Hood's checked in. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Richardson. And they double up Simmons. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And Simmons slams it in.
Like whenever Simmons finishes with power off the drive, he'll make a post. And everyone wants Simmons to add a consistent outside jump shot. But while that's a work in progress, he does just fine at the rim. An incredibly adept finisher up close.
To the inside, Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
Nurkic can't hit.
And C-Webb, as you said with Simmons, when he's going at the rim, he's as good as it gets.
Oh, yeah, G.A. Great blend of size, speed, and strength. He controls his body to create space. He can lay it up from unorthodox angles with ease.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
He's got a clear path on up the court. And a dunk by Horford.
Oh, look at the big fella Al get up. Given his size, a dunk is basically second nature.
Nurkic finds Hood. And the three off target.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Anthony. Here's Lillard. Finished off the break. Lillard's got 6.
Wow, the speed of Lillard. So masterful at making decisions in the fast break situations.
Here's Simmons. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. As their comeback bid had better get started.
I don't know, guys. It's going to take a pretty big run to get back in this one. Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Now, here's Thybulle. Pass to Korkmaz. Fires the three. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Passes it to Nurkic. Lillard, right side. Portland moving the ball around. Hood for 3. No good that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it. And now Philadelphia on the break. Korkmaz kicks to Simmons. Thybulle on the wing. Korkmaz passes to Embiid. Rebound by Anthony. Anthony's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead has got down to 11 on the bucket from Lillard.
Running it down their throats. 3 straight baskets there in transition.
Anthony against Simmons. Embiid inside. Pass to Korkmaz. Back to Embiid. Just 4 to shoot. It's stolen by Ariza. Last break. Here come the Trailblazers. Lobs it up for Anthony.
And really the transition defense starting to let them down.
Here's Simmons. 8 points for him. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lays it up and banks it in. Simmons got 4 this quarter.
This is where Simmons likes to shoot from, and the closer he is to the rim, the better.
Anthony on the wing. He kicks it to Nurkic. Dishes it to Lillard. Lets it go with a 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 9 rebounds now tonight. 3-pointer. The offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I mean, stellar work on the offensive end. Embiid, I mean, his reach helps him track down many second chance opportunities.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. 76. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Tobias Harris is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Alec Burks. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Robinson. In at the 3, the small forward.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Here's McCollum. Here's Whiteside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Free throw, good, Whiteside.
Yeah, and that's what you like about Whiteside. I mean, the rim protection, the rebounding, the intimidation factor. I mean, still developing as an offensive player, making strides, but not there yet.
And Portland making a change here. Maurice is checked in. Scott kicks to Harris. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 15.
Not just the jump shooter. Harris is also comfortable looking to score from these spots, too.
Outside Anthony. Back to Whiteside. And it's blocked by Scott.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Harris. And finished off by Scott.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. For 3, Harris. But they recover it. Great positioning on the putback.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Trailblazers trail by 17. Trent passes to McCollum. Inside. Right side. No good. The 76ers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And here's Harris from the arc. And it's Portland with the rebound. McCollum's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Whiteside trying to break free. And the basket by McCollum. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Here's Trent. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Harris.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Norkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for C.J. McCollum. Philadelphia also making some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Scott. Horford comes in for Robinson. And it's Ben Simmons in for Alec Burks. And then Simmons slams it in.
Such an impressive athlete. The way Simmons moves on the drive is so natural and under control.
Lillard. The shot, no good. Simmons with the defensive effort. The 76ers leading by 13. For 3, Harris. Philadelphia with the new shot clock. Horford the pass to Richardson. He dishes it to Embiid. 6 to shoot. Over Trent. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. To be out of position, you could see the frustration on his face. And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the 76ers.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Joel Embiid.
Well, the biggest impact he had was with his on-the-ball defense. Such quick hands. His steals added up to a lot of extra possessions.
Nurkic finds McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. Down low. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And the 76ers with some changes. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Unhindered, going all the way. Here's Milton. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
For three. No good on that one. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the middle. And O'Quinn sends it back. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. There's 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Milton. Covered by Hood. No good with the triple. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber.
Kevin, thanks.
David, he is showing that maturity. Thanks for that report. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic's out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Now here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, and when Simmons is driving inside, he's going to sky up for the flush, getting to the basket in no time. And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
Here's Simmons. Harris kicks to Simmons. A putback. It's good on the putback.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
And stolen by Harris. Outside, Simmons. Horford high post. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Shot from 16. And it's good off the back rim and in. And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons. His age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of a career where he becomes a solid shooter later on.
76ers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Richardson right side. Pass to Simmons. Oh!
Goodness. You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like that.
Powell, the pass to Hardaway. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Ball's knocked loose. Powell down low. Embiid's there. Bucket is good.
You love how Powell goes to work on the block, muscles his way to establish himself and deliver.
Outside, Simmons. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Porzingis. The 76ers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. He's off on the first.
The 2018 Rookie of the Year. Simmons' NBA career got off to a great start, and he's only continued to improve.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Curry's checked in. And stolen by Simmons. 3 on 3. Porzingis with the steal. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Hardaway. And no good that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Richardson up top, guarded by Curry. Richardson gets a wide open look. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong, I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
In the corner, it's Harris. Back to Embiid. Looking for Harris. He gets it there. And the shot goes in.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Mavericks trail by 10. Hardaway with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Porzingis. And stolen by Richardson. Now the 76ers on the break. Horford leading the charge. On the wing, Harris. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Here's Simmons. Here's Richardson. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against Philadelphia. First trip to the line for him here.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
I'll tell you, Tim Hardaway Jr. has shown signs of being a lights-out scorer. And he's got the game to do just that. He looks better and better every year, guys.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Scotty's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Burks in for Simmons.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And right with the basket on the assist from Cauley Stein.
What a high percentage look for DeLon Wright. What an opportunity, and he finishes.
Here's Scott. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Philadelphia going into the break with a 10-point. And we spoke with Joel Embiid earlier. He hopes to set an example.
Being from Africa, at the end of the day.
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's DeLon Wright. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Robinson's checked in for the 76ers. Shake Milton comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the triple. He doesn't hit that one. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
And Korkmaz, the Turkish guard, taken at the end of the first round in 2016. Spent a year overseas before joining the NBA and didn't play much early on. But last season he showed he's a starting caliber player.
So here's Burks after the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Alec Korkmaz standing 6'7". Greg, there's a lot to like.
And his size can be a huge advantage in certain matchups, Kevin. Great wingspan, also lets him grab a fair amount of steals. Has worked hard to get where he is and still showing room to grow.
Al Horford, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
Oh, stops the dunk there. The best outcome in a bad situation.
The 76ers have missed both of their free throws tonight. 0 for 2 so far.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Robinson hits them both. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly. Not the kind kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And it's Horford with the extra effort. Horford's got 4 this quarter.
That's what we call attacking the glass with aggression and power. Al Horford, the second chance opportunity.
And Finney Smith gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Following the score by Dallas. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the 76ers. Tobias Harris is checked in for Scott. Josh Richardson comes in for Shake Milton. And Simmons subbed in for Burks. Here's Hardaway, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside. And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
Now here's Simmons. Robinson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 3.
And passes like that demonstrate the winning mindset Simmons has. A guy that wants to get his team involved. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
He's 0 of 2 at the line in this one.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And the 76ers with some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Horford. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Glenn Robinson III. Count that one.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
It's Richardson on the wing. Back to Simmons. Powell pulls it in. The Mavericks shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field.
Well, Doncic's terrific floor vision in the open floor. He also understands how to be the guy to finish.
Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Korkmaz checked in for Josh Richardson. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
I'm amazed at Simmons' athletic ability. He moves so fluidly for someone that size.
Out to Hardaway. Shot and game clock separated by 5. It's Curry outside. Korkmaz grabs the miss. Simmons dishes to Harris. Off with the layup. Here's Hardaway. Not going to go that time. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They've got a 2-point lead. Kenny, give us your take.
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive board.
And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And Embiid with the block.
Length plus agility, great recipe for blocking shots. Embiid's one of the best to do it.
And that one, good. Simmons got the first points to start out the third quarter for the 76ers.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And if you want to talk about a player who embodies the power game, then Embiid's your man. You know you're going to get some strong finishes anytime he's on the court.
Here's Powell. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Powell's got his second basket.
And you got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. They grab their own miss.
What an effort to get the tip in, just wanting it a little bit more.
Mavericks trail by 4. To the paint, here's Powell. And Embiid with the block. And he's able to get it back.
Well, this is how Al Horford gets it done as a rim protector. His anticipation and his positioning are exceptional.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Shake Milton comes in for Harris. And it's Burks in for Simmons. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. White, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Scotty's checked in for the 76ers. And Robinson III comes in for Josh Richardson. Seth Curry, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And that misses everything.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Here's Embiid. The shot, no good. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Here's Kleber. Lays it up off the glass.
When you think of Seth Curry, you're thinking shooting. But there, what a pretty pass to find the open man.
And Doris, as if it were destiny, Kleber grew up in the same hometown as Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki.
And this is a fun and extraordinary story to tell, because in 2017, Kleber texted with Nowitzki before signing with Dallas. But though they come from the same town, they didn't know each other until they became teammates. That's extraordinary.
Brunson the pass to Wright. Back to Brunson. Passes it to Kleber. Shot clock at 5. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Al Horford, he's checked in for Mike Scott. Korkmaz comes in for Glenn Robinson III. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Alec Burks. And then for Dallas, Jackson, he's checked in for Wright. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Well, Luka Doncic has every skill necessary to be a difference maker on the boards. Let's begin with his great size. He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession. Simmons checked in for Shake Milton. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Cauley-Stein finds Curry. Back to Cauley-Stein. Dallas moving it around. There's the pass to Finney-Smith. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Korkmaz. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
For Philadelphia, they have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6. The first one falls.
Well, Al Horford, one of the most respected veterans in this league. Why? Well, he's unselfish, and it's always about team first.
And the 76ers making a change here. Harris is checked in. Dallas also making some changes. Dwight Powell comes in for Cauley-Stein. And it's Porzingis in for Maxi Kleber.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Count that one. And the 76ers lead by 8.
Al Horford is such a tremendous passer as a big man. Wow, does he get work done offensively.
No good from Finney-Smith. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Hits the three-point bomb. Horford's got 13.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Korkmaz, no good. Porzingis kicks to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. From deep. That shot missing.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be right back after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis in power. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
On the wing, Hardaway. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Oh, that's blocked.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
I love the efficiency he's playing with tonight. Not scoring as much as usual, but he's been effective, and they're winning.
Oh, and he comes up with the deuce.
That's about great concentration. Dwight Powell, under duress of the defense, finishes nonetheless.
Richardson against Porzingis. Richardson kicks to Thibault. Powell pulls it in. Mavericks trail by 13. Now here is Hardaway. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Simmons. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And here's Porzingis for a 3. Tips it up, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Powell's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, this is a big part of what Dwight Powell needs to do. Battle hard on the offensive glass, turn those second chance opportunities into points.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that move.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Harris outside. Here's the 3. Oh, trying for it. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Nice shot by Porzingis.
I think you can see the strength that Porzingis has been developing over the early part of his career. That progress is showing up on a nightly basis.
To the wing on the left. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And the first one drops. Dallas making a switch here. Curry's checked in. And Al Horford drops them both. Here's Doncic. And stolen by Richardson. Here's Simmons. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
No answer for Simmons, a tenacious scorer who finishes with muscle through contact.
That's good from Simmons. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. It's an 18-point game. Curry's shot is off. The 76ers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. And they go to the intentional foul. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Doncic against Simmons. Powell gets a hand on it.
Powell is exceptional at timing for blocks, rises up and sends it back.
Pass to Porzingis. Back to Curry. From deep. Rebound by the 76ers.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the 76ers.
One of the areas that has been critical for them, the second chance points we've seen from them tonight.
A huge factor in this one, Kevin. The hustle on the offensive glass, the willingness to go after those rebounds, that was key.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Ben Simmons.
Well, I think his contribution clearly came at the defensive end, right? He came up with a bunch of huge steals. He was a menace all night long.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Richardson.
Boy, Powell is proving to be a handful inside. Does a good job utilizing his long arms to get the call.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. And Wright gets it to go on the assist by Barea.
Well, DeLon Wright proving that he is more than capable of finishing with contact. That is well done.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. First one falls for
at the line for 2.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
You know, to me, very quietly, Kyle O'Quinn does a lot of different things very well. He can score it, he can board it, he can pass it, and he can defend at a high level. That's a lot to like.
Wright finds Marjanovic. And yes, it's good.
You know, just simple recognition of a size mismatch and going up strong.
Pass to Korkmaz. Here's Neto. It's Korkmaz in the corner. Over Jackson. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
So it's Philadelphia winning this. And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan. GA.
Hey, Kevin.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. And for the Mavericks, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Doncic, and it's Finney Smith in at the small forward.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate. This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Well, coming into the... There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin. Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
That one drops for him.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
They get it again, and Finney Smith gets it to go.
Almost perfect in the game to start, 3 of 4.
For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
And there's the problem. Lillard just too quick and too shifty to stop cold on any dribble drive.
Doncic passes to Powell. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
The drive by Doncic. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Here's Anthony. Count it.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. Think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
That free throw good from Doncic.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age. And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
It's rebounded by Doncic, and the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That'll be his second foul of the game. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Curry comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want. Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Curry. Portland grabs the miss. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Trent. And he overshot that one, missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Tim Hardaway Jr., great momentum right to the rim.
Trent passes to McCollum. And he uses the glass on the layup. McCollum's got his second bucket. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
Oh. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Taken away by Anthony. Wasted no time on that one. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night.
Carmelo really has great footwork down low, showing off the feel right there when he gets near the paint.
Doncic with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. He gets that one.
Somebody came to play tonight. 6 out of his first 7.
Inside, Little back to Anthony. Pass to Little. Anthony dishes to Whiteside. Tips it. It's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Here's Doncic, and Whiteside sends it back.
Whiteside, one of the best shot blockers in the NBA. That one's swatted.
Trailblazers trail by 5. It's McCollum with the drive, and the layup falls. McCollum's got 6. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And you want more of this from Doncic. He's good at reading shot trajectories. Love his aggressiveness.
Trent gets the bucket.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense. Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Here's Curry. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Deep 2 from Anthony, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon the...
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
On the court for the Trailblazers, Lillard and Hood work together in the backcourt. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Ariza in at the 3.
Well, the team set up Nurkic so well there. He had plenty of space. Calm and collecting.
Here's Doncic. No good on that one. And it's Portland the other way. After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings to the table. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Doncic. Here's Brunson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Mavericks have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And so he makes both from the line. Trailblazers trail by 3. Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
Yeah, not something you want to do. You let Lillard drive all the way to the rack, and he will throw it down.
Right. Rebound by Nurkic.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. It's Ariza on the wing. Takes the 13-footer, and there's Lillard on the assist by Ariza. And it's a 3-point Trailblazer lead. Powell against Collins. Nurkic with the block.
Nurkic big and blocking.
Hood kicks to Collins. Kicks it out to Lillard. Fires for three. The Mavericks pull it in.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Powell, that's good.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Lillard. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And good that time. Brunson's got 4 this quarter.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Well, that's an exclamation point right there. Lillard is a natural-born finisher.
Here's Wright. It's good for his 2nd make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the 7th. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And, you know, if you only look at the box score for Zach Collins, then you're missing the whole picture. He's a terrific defender.
I agree with you, GA. I think his scoring is going to come, but obviously they have potent guard play, and that's not much needed. What is needed is on the interior, him being active as a big man and defending around the rim. That is something that Zach Collins is capable of doing.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Wright. And it's Seth Curry in for Jalen Brunson. And the first one at the line is good.
Well, Zach Collins is aggressive and confident and waiting for his opportunity to show just how consistently good he can be in the NBA.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the 2nd quarter of play. Here's Curry. Good D by McCollum.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And Nasir Little, a player who fell on draft day,
Ended up with Portland. You know, he didn't do much as a rookie, but the potential is there.
For Nasir Little, it's going to come down to the defensive end of the floor. If he can get minutes out there and show that he's willing to get down in the stance, become a stopper, some of that offense is going to come along as a byproduct of playing with better offensive players.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Cullen passes to Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists in the game. Dallas shooting in the 2nd quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. Curry. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Trent, and he goes in for the dunk.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the 2nd quarter.
Portland shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Here's Curry with the 3, and that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. There's 14 seconds left here in the 2nd. Right side, high post, shoots over Powell, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Now, the team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there. You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers going into the break with a 10-point lead. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and that.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Mavericks trail by 10 inside of the 4 and the 5 for Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Melo showing that he's still got it down there, gets enough space to get up and get to the rim.
Outside, Porzingis. Powell trying to free himself up. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Doncic. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
And there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality they got to fill some roles, right? And you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the 2nd round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
That one falls.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Lillard, count it. Lillard's got the lead up to 12 now for the Trailblazers.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward. And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Here's McCollum. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Even though McCollum's a little bit thin, he doesn't mind taking the contact and moving away from it before scoring.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Curry's checked in. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Zach Collins. Rodney Hood subbed in for Trevor Ariza. Powell kicks to Curry. On the wing, Hardaway. Clock at 4. Here's Powell. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Curry dishes to Hardaway. Pulls it from the elbow. Curry can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 17. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
Taken away by Anthony. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Good work there as it goes. Lillard's got 12 points in just the second half.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up. Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, A lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Porzingis with the block.
Great anticipation there. Porzingis in the right spot and throws that one away.
And here's Nurkic. 8 points for him.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
You just never know what Doncic is going to do. I mean, which is one of the reasons he gets the defense to foul him.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. White, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Seth Curry. Passes to Nurkic. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
Don't want to be careless around Cauley-Stein. That's when he rises up and blocks shots away.
We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter. It's good.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
The Mavericks have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Here's Brunson. And that one comes up a bit short. Down low, here's Little. And contact on the shot. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And so it's Portland holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for the Trailblazers, Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in at the shooting guard.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Stolen by Jackson. It's right on the wing. Cauley-Stein. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, the reach a factor there for Cauley-Stein. I'd love to see him hit the boards a little bit more often.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Kleber finds Wright. To the inside. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Kleber, no good. And the Trailblazers shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. And Hezonja gets it to go.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about. And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass. And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Swanigan the pass to Little. Here's Simons from 15 feet away. That one off the back iron and out. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Curry. Offensive rebound.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Here's Little, and it's Little finishing it off.
His leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
And the rejection by Collins.
Terrific instincts defensively as Zach Collins able to reach over and get that one.
The pass to Swanigan. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Finney Smith passes to Cauley Stein. Here's Finney Smith. Out to the right wing. Dishes to Cauley Stein. Just 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Cauley Stein aggressive inside, putting the defense on their heels and in a tough spot, staying engaged.
To the wing right side. Here's Trent. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Pass to Trent. And he banks in the layup.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Trailblazers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Damian Lillard.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Count it.
Taking contact on the way up. Cauley Stein going through it that time.
Here's Trent, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Dallas.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. Justin Jackson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And Barea subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Mario Hezonya's checked in for Portland. To the middle, picked off in midair. Pass to Simons. Collins in the post, working on Cauley Stein. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Cauley Stein's shot is good.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Simons, the pass to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Marjanovic. Off the left rim and out. Here's Swanigan. Off on that one. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And great. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our The sun shining brightly on top. And nothing tips up.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. And for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid.
Horford being opportunistic there and getting busy pounding that glass.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Lets it fly. The Trailblazers with the new shot clock. And so Simmons will bring it up with the 76ers. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
And you rarely see the vision and playmaking of Ben Simmons in someone that size. That you can put him up there with Magic, LeBron, and Penny Hardaway in terms of those taller playmakers.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Greg. I mean, he's unique, really unique and gifted in that regard. And with all great passers, there are a couple of things they do well. One is they see a play or two ahead. They anticipate and throw the ball where it should be going, anticipating that. And the other thing is the timing with which they make their passes. It's usually right at the right time, the opportune time for a teammate to score on the catch. Well, I love watching Simmons run the floor, so effortless and efficient in his movement.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And it's blocked by Simmons. And here we go. Philadelphia running again. Richardson, good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it. You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
And here's Harris from the arc. The shot will not fall. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
He's been an absolute non-factor. Zero factor this game. Just a horrible performance from him.
Now here's Simmons. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. And Portland making a change here.
I like his even-keeled demeanor, guys. You look at Ben Simmons, never too high or too low. He's got a quiet confidence about him that bodes well for his future.
Embiid with the steal. Harris kicks to Simmons. He can't get that one to fall. Trailblazers trail by 7. Here's Anthony. Al Horford with the rebound. Here's Richardson. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Richardson's got 6 points. And Whiteside's got the ball here for the Trailblazers. McCollum finds Whiteside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The 76ers leading by 9. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And Anthony sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. Some changes for Philadelphia. Scotty's checked in for Horford. Robinson comes in for Harris. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Josh Richardson. Portland also making some changes. Collins checked in for Anthony. Little comes in for Trevor Ariza. Rodney Hood subbed in. Oh, that was terrific!
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Here's Hood. And that time, also a missed shot. For Philadelphia, they've gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Back to Thybulle. To the paint. Here's Embiid. That one good for 2.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Oh, Oh, that's offensive interference. And some changes here for the 76ers. Korkmaz checked in for Glenn Robinson III, and it's Burks in for Ben Simmons. Burks kicks to Thibault. Back to Burks. 76ers moving the ball around. Scott the pass to Embiid. Shot clock at 6. Here's Burks, and it's blocked by Whiteside.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Damian Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Philadelphia leading by 11. Pass to Burks. Here's Korkmaz. On the wing, Milton. And Embiid throws it down.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Three-pointer, Lillard. No good. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. 76ers lead by 13. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when...
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on, it's a difficult out.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the 76ers?
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
They've got Shake Milton. Korkmaz is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Embiid, and it's Burks in at the point. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Well, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Well, wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Here's Little, and it's Little finishing it off.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Here's Korkmaz. Ariza covering. Korkmaz kicks to Harris, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Harris has got his first 2 points of the night. Trailblazers trail by 17.
And Tobias Harris, a crusader for a cause that isn't talked about too much. He has a huge concern about sleep deprivation and the effects it has on athletes.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? While it's not talked about a lot, it is gaining ground in all kinds of circles, particularly in the world of sports, the whole sleep deprivation idea. And Harris is a guy who's conscientious and thoughtful. I love the fact that he's bringing this to his teammates' attention because it's critical. And he's certainly passionate about it. We'll see how much wind it gets with him speaking up on it.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Down low. Here's Horford. Goes back up. And he sinks the layup. Horford's got 6.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. The tray. It's a hand on it. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got his second bucket tonight.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Horford with the bounce pass. Pass to Burks. Out to Harris. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And the 76ers with some changes. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Korkmaz. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Shake Milton. And it's Richardson in for Alec Burks. Here's Whiteside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And stolen by Thybulle. And here they go. And it's Robinson with the jam.
He's got such outstanding vision for a big guy, and he's a willing passer. He knows the importance of keeping the ball moving.
Anthony, the pass to McCollum. Ariza goes in. And yes, it's good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Richardson right side. In the corner, it's Robinson. Back to Richardson. Stolen by McCollum. It's tipped, and they're moving it up. Anthony finds Ariza. Back to Anthony. Inside. Pulls up on the elbow. Trent can't hit. And so Horford will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Here's Robinson. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got his third assist on the night. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now the 76ers on the break. And slam dunk by Harris.
Not settling for the layup. Sometimes you got to go strong, and Harris gets the chance to stuff it there. He didn't let it slip by him.
McCollum kicks to Anthony. Right side, the pass to McCollum. Here's the floater. Horford with the rebound. Now the 76ers on the break. Harris with the ball. Here's Robinson. No good on the last second attempt there.
Man,
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, from the get-go, it was Philadelphia who came out strong. And Tobias Harris, a player. And that's...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We've seen Josh Richardson really having a great game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Ariza in at the three.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Hood's checked in. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position. Not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Yep, that one goes.
Richardson showing you the ability to manufacture a shot against good defense there. Well done.
Here is Lillard. He dishes it to Nurkic. Lillard outside. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Horford. And it's Horford with the extra effort. Horford's got 8.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
I tell you, it doesn't get any easier than this, guys. I mean, Simmons finishing with power.
Lillard finds Nurkic. Lillard against Simmons. Back to Lillard, looking to end the run. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Richardson, no luck. Trailblazers have gone a paltry 0 of 6 to begin the 3rd quarter. What a terrible start to the half. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that.
And the shot goes down.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
1:21 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defender.
Richardson outside. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Richardson's got 6 here in this quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Lillard against Simmons.
And another miss. Woo. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Harris outside. The pass to Embiid. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Nurkic. Embiid, no good.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
And the 76ers with some changes. Scotty's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Richardson.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. For Philadelphia, they've gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the 3rd. Here's Korkmaz. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
Into the lineup of the Trailblazers, Trevor Ariza.
Just 4 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Here's Simons. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Philadelphia ahead, delivering the blowout. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Robinson is out there with Scott. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's O'Quinn in at center. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's Simons. Burks covering, and he jams it with authority.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly.
Either that, guys, or he wanted the photographers to get a good shot of it.
Robinson left side. Clock at 6. Over Hazonia. Robinson misses. The Trailblazers shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. Portland moving the ball around. Whiteside, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, guys, you got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Milton's checked in. Robinson left side. Lays it up off the glass.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Stolen by Robinson. It's stolen.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
O'Quinn with the bounce pass. And stolen by Whiteside. Outside Collins. To the inside. A putback. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Milton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. From about 16, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Robinson's got 4 this quarter.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Trent passes to Whiteside. Here's Simons. Here's Trent. 6 to shoot. They get the rebound. Whiteside finds Hazonia. A second chance effort. Burks with the steal. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Portland with another turnover here.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Raul Neto's checked in for Alec Burks. The 76ers have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Robinson left side. Passes it to Neto. Back to Robinson. Pass to Milton. From deep, Neto. And Scott has it in the corner. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Here's O'Quinn. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Korkmaz comes in for Robinson. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Shake Milton. Pass to Swanigan. Outside Collins. Off the mark, and the drought continues. And so here is Philadelphia. Here in the 4th, they've allowed just 4 points.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Philadelphia.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Joel Embiid.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Back to Korkmaz. O'Quinn trying to free himself up. No good with the layup.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Shot by Collins, no good.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
Here's Korkmaz. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Lasagna, the pass to Simons. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And being that he's 6'8", Hezonja is really a menace inside. He gets his shot up easily in the paint area.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Neto. To the paint. 4 on the clock. Thibault on the wing. And stolen by Hood. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hood.
Checking in for the 76ers, Glenn Robinson III.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a The sprawling metropolis of Dallas. And with Bree.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Mavericks, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And Embiid is right there.
I mean, stellar work on the offensive glass. Embiid, I mean, his reach helps him track down many second chance opportunities.
You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with his play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
Here's Doncic following the basket by Al Horford. The shot by Powell, no good.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
Harris passes to Richardson. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Doncic hit his leg, and they're saying he kicked the ball. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Powell, that's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Richardson. Right side Simmons. Doncic with the block.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays.
Simmons against Doncic. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Mavericks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Inside. Powell. That's good. Powell's got his second basket of the night.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Simmons against Doncic. That one drops for him.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Here's Simmons. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Oh, he's almost 7 feet tall. Simmons is a tough guard. I mean, you got to be careful not to get too physical.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Curry comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And the 76ers also making a change. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Josh Richardson. Doncic, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good points. Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Wright comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Then for the 76ers, Scotty's checked in for Horford. Robinson comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Burks in for Simmons. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Reading where misses are going ahead of time, that's one of Embiid's gifts.
Cauley-Stein kicks to Brunson. Burks with the steal. And now Now the fast break, Embiid with the ball. And the dunk by Embiid.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. And Philadelphia making a change here. Korkmaz is checked in. Here's Curry. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
They know they can't give him that shot. The D's all over it, not even giving him an inch of space.
Robinson dishes to Embiid, and the rejection by Cauley Stein.
And shooters beware. Cauley Stein is very crafty in how he rises up for the block. So good at catching scores off guard with his wide reach.
Down low. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Philadelphia. 29 seconds left to play here in the first. Dallas moving it around. Shoots from the right block, and that one's good. Right. 23 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Burks the pass to Embiid. The shot off that time. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Here's Wright. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists tonight.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in a tie. Stay with. And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed the scrutiny that players have to deal with on a daily basis.
For me, it comes with blocking criticism.
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
Maxi Kleber is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Hardaway. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Wright in at the 2. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Richardson, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
Here's Wright. Banked in off the glass. Wright's got the lead up to 3 now for Dallas.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
And it's crazy to think how soft a touch Embiid has on his shot. The league rarely sees a guy with his size have such a rhythmic form shooting.
Yeah, and Embiid has always been comfortable shooting outside. Not the best percentages from deep, but enough to keep defenders honest. His touch shows up most when he goes into his post fade.
It's good.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Outside Hardaway. Doncic dishes to Powell. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Cauley Stein. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Cauley Stein's got the lead. Back up to 3 now for Dallas. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Oh, look at him fly!
Get out the way! The versatility of Simmons is astounding, amazing, impressive. Dunks like this are just insane.
The shot by Powell, no good. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And oh boy, a lot of contact. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It was such a smart player, such a smart player. Richardson understands the value of the fast break move.
And stolen by Horford. And now Philadelphia on the break. A slam dunk by Richardson.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum-shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game.
The try by Simmons. Lays it up and banks it in. Simmons got 9 points.
And his shot, I mean, has come around. I mean, for most of the first quarter, it looked like he might be in for a long night.
Here's Powell. It's blocked. And here now is Thibault. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. To the middle. Here's Horford. And again, it's Philadelphia.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Outside Hardaway. Here's the dish to Doncic. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Seth Curry in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Here's Curry. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Out to the wing. Curry against Simmons. Pass to Kleber. Back to Curry. Some nice passing here by Dallas. 6 on the shot clock. Gets an open look and hits. Curry's got his first basket. 1:05 left to play here in the half. Simmons looking it over. Richardson gets a wide open look. Porzingis with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 6. Here's Curry, and it's sent back by Horford.
Oh, he's a solid shot blocker now. It's thanks to his timing and great anticipation skills. It's not easy scoring on Horford.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Wright comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Horford. Mike Scott comes in for Tobias Harris. Robinson's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And Alec Burks subbed in for Richardson.
Good at recognizing when the defense is overcommitted. I mean, Embiid is terrific at sharing the ball. His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And now a 12-point 76ers lead. Wright, the pass to Cauley-Stein. Puts the move on. Good D by Embiid.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. The largest lead they had was 6. And that...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And so in the game for the 76ers, The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid.
Right there, you see Richardson's size and length of the rim possesses great physical tools.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Simmons against Doncic. And the dunk by Embiid.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
Porzingis on the foul.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Now the pass to Embiid. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, you better put a body on Horford. I mean, when you don't, he's more than content to torch you like this.
Pass to Doncic. Richardson against Porzingis. Doncic bounce pass. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Here's Powell. Rebound by the 76ers.
They're having trouble getting going here in the second half. I mean, that's their 4th miss in 5 attempts.
He gets that one. 14 points for Josh Richardson.
They couldn't have asked for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense. Nice work on the glass, but his defense was even better. Really has an impact on that shot.
From 15 feet away with the putback. And it's Horford with the extra effort. Horford's got 8 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Powell finds Doncic. And stolen by Richardson. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. And Simmons slams it in.
And once Simmons turns on the Jets, there's no stopping him. I love seeing him play with this much confidence.
And last season, Richardson battled some injuries. Took some time to adjust to play it in Philly, but eventually it all came together.
Yeah, Gio, you knew that a hard worker like Richardson would find his role. I mean, the guy is so competitive. He's as competitive as it gets. He brings that fire on defense and always believes his next shot will fall.
Doncic. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Richardson for 3. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists now in this one. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Some nice passing here by Dallas. The shot by Powell, no good.
If his performance this quarter is any indication, I don't think he's the one who's going to let them out of the hole.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Powell in the high post. Over Horford. Pass to Finney-Smith. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the paint. Here's Horford. Yep, that one goes in there. Horford's got 6 in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Horford.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And that one's good. Korkmaz
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, the results are clear as day. Great approach coming into the third quarter. We'll see if they can keep it up.
And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Burks, the pass to Scott. Wants to get it to Burks and does. Outside Robinson. Here's Korkmaz. He has 5. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Back to Wright. Pass to Cauley Stein. Now here's Brunson. Curry on the wing. 3-pointer. And Willie Cauley Stein gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul. Now into the lineup for the 76ers.
Deep 2 from Robinson. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Philadelphia with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are... And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
They've got Wright. Axie Kleba is out there with Cauley Stein. And there's Jackson, and it's Brunson in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Jackson finds Cauley Stein. Now Brunson, defended by Milton. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Fires for 3. Burks, the tip in on the offensive rebound.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. And the pass to Brunson. And O'Quinn sends it back. Now here's Scott, and stolen by Wright. Fast break Dallas. Cauley Stein's shot is good.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Lets it go from deep. That shot off. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Wright. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Robinson for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
And it's Wright missing.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
Now here's Milton. Cauley Stein defending. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
And it's Cauley Stein, that time on the assist by Wright.
And you got to do more than that to slow Cauley Stein down. I mean, he's used to absorbing contact while shooting.
To the inside, outside for Robinson. Passes it to Burks. Milton with it, Wright's there. Releases from 15. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Cauley Stein's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Shoots from 8. They get it back. The 76ers have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Inside, it's deflected. Robinson with it. Now right defending. Pass to Burks. Right wing. Deep two from Robinson. The Mavericks pull it in. Cauley Stein's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Brunson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Brunson's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the 76ers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Josh Richardson.
He was the one dictating the pace tonight, playing up-tempo or slowing it down, but always scoring.
The Mavericks shooting poorly, just 35% so far. And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession.
That's a good break. I mean, it's tough to connect on those long-distance passes.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Jackson. And Barea subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And then for Philadelphia, Korkmaz checked in for Robinson. And Raul Neto subbed in for Alec Burks. 32 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Neto, 5 to shoot. Here's Korkmaz, guarded by Wright, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Alec Burks.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Cauley Stein, no good on the 3. Burks on the wing. Off target. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Dallas Mavericks arriving at the building earlier today. Soaring high up, and let's go straight over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the 3. Nurkic can't hit. Here's Dallas. Doncic with it, and the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Powell, the pass to Hardaway. Back to Powell. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
Now, here's Nurkic. And here is Doncic. Finney-Smith kicks to Powell. Dallas moving it around. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Powell's got his second bucket of the night.
Tell you, even with some physical contact, Powell gets it done. Love his persistence.
And stolen by Lillard. And another turnover here by Portland. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Hardaway finds Powell. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be. I know Trevor Ariza has been a bit of a journeyman, but he is also a proven champion. On the defensive end, you know he's going to take pride in locking down his man.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Here's Finney-Smith. He's guarded by McCollum. Porzingis passes to Powell. Shot clock at 6. Here's Doncic. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Lillard. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Anthony. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, nothing wrong with a little early offense. Anthony happy to oblige.
Here's Porzingis. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
To the left wing, Finney-Smith passes to Powell. That one doesn't go. Now Portland takes it the other way. Here's Lillard. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Another shot. Portland grabs the miss. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Powell, that's good.
Really crucial that Powell knocks down these mid-range jumpers. It allows some spacing for his teammates.
Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Doncic kicks to Hardaway. 50 seconds left in the first quarter.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Anthony in the corner. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
Here's Finney-Smith, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Powell. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. And that one drops. Lillard's got his third bucket of the night.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Lillard against Doncic. No good on the triple. Up in time. And so it's Portland heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's... Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he deals.
I look to the times where things...
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, Seth Curry is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Maxi Kleber. Then it's DeJuan Wright. And it's Cauley Stein in at the center position. It's right on the wing. Back to Kleber. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Cauley Stein finds Kleber. Now here's Cauley Stein. Pass to Kleber. And here is Cauley Stein.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Here's Little. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Little's got the lead up to 11 now for Portland. Down low, here's Cauley Stein. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Cauley Stein's got his first basket of the night. Little kicks to Hood. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Mavericks trailed by 11. And Cauley Stein with the basket on the assist by Curry. Cauley Stein's got 4 points in the quarter.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Here's Trent. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Oh, Whiteside in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And he's just always an easy target on the alley-oop. With Whiteside's size and wingspan, it's just a matter of putting the ball up there where only he can go get it.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And what I like about Cauley Stein is just how hard he plays. Really, both ends, a scrappy player.
And the jam by Whiteside.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Here's Trent. Kleba defending. Mavericks trail by 12. Passes it to Brunson. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
To the middle. Here's Trent out to the right wing. Here's Little. And good as it just snugs right down through the net. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Kleba, the pass to Cauley Stein. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Damian Lillard's checked in for Rodney Hood. The Mavericks also with a sub. Doncic is checked in. Here's Cauley Stein. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Oh, can I get a load of that one? Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
The kick out to right. Curry outside. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's got his 4th rebound in this one. Trent passes to Lillard. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Doncic. Mavericks trail by 14. High post, Cauley Stein. Outside Curry. From deep three-point range. Doesn't go for him. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Trent passes to Lillard. Here's Trent. From deep. And Damian Lillard, good for the 3. Lillard's got 11 points.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. On its way from Curry for 2, and nothing is falling for him right now.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Whiteside kicks to Little. The pass to Trent. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, he's been an elite scorer for so long in the league. Jack, how does... And...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Ariza in at the small forward position. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Powell finds Porzingis. Trailblazers leading by 17. Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
The Mavericks shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And that's how you answer. I'd say he just one-upped him. Pretty good one there.
These two guys really like going at each other, don't they?
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Well, this is a decent free throw shooter, and where Powell could help himself is getting to the line a little bit more.
Dallas making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. Ariza kicks to McCollum. The three. They get it again. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Porzingis. Makes it off the glass.
Boy, what a display of toughness from Kristaps Porzingis. He's a rock down low.
Lillard the pass to Ariza. And then Lillard slams it in.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving. No doubt whatsoever. I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
The three from Anthony. Keeps it alive. And the second chance effort by McCollum. McCollum's got his second basket of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, I think you can see the strength that Porzingis has been developing over the early part of his career. That progress is showing up on a nightly basis.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Kicks it out to Lillard. Puts up a three. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Anthony's shot is off. Mavericks trailed by 21. Here's Hardaway. And the layup's good off the glass. Hardaway has got 6 in the quarter. And Portland has possession. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Anthony. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And the Trailblazers lead by 21.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up. Yeah, the defender all over it.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. That free throw good from Hardaway. So both teams changing it up here. No good on the second free throw.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr. to me is a terrific all-around player, right? He can score it, he can pass it, he'll rebound the position. There's a lot to like about his game.
Mavericks trail by 20. Doncic left side. And it's good, 2 points.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Pass to Trent. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Whiteside. Cauley-Stein defending. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Taken away by Anthony. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Stolen by McCollum. Got it off in time, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Maxi Kleber is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Curry in at the shooting guard. Good work defensively by Anthony. Portland leading by 22. Hood, the pass to Trent. Jacks up a 3. Portland again missing. Dallas shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Curry can't get it to go.
And another miss. Woo. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Here's Whiteside. Terrific assist and nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
And stolen by Hood. Here's McCollum. Pass to Whiteside. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. McCollum finds Anthony. Hood for 3. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 5 assists tonight.
Now, how good is the shooting form? Rodney Hood rises up quickly from deep. He's lights out there.
Curry from deep three-point land. Offensive rebound Mavericks. Hardaway passes to Cauley-Stein. And Whiteside sends it back. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Hood with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. And the action on hold as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
And I'll tell you, this is something you never like to see.
No, obviously something that, every player fears. The NBA has made player safety a priority, but injuries continue to happen.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Zinkis, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein, and Barea subbed in for Luka Doncic.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
And here's Barea outside, but they'll get another chance. Marjanovic, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
And Wright with the basket on the assist by Barea.
You have to account for Delon Wright at the cup. This guy has good size at his position.
Got a piece of it. Passes it to Simons. From deep three-point range, the Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Back to Hezonja, to the paint. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
Good on the bucket.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Portland's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up official. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Cauley Stein's shot is good.
DeLon Wright proving that he is an excellent decision maker on the offensive end. Teammate open, let me find him.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Trailblazers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Lillard.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
To the inside. Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
The pass to Marjanovic. Inside. And Whiteside sends it back. Lasagna, the pass to Whiteside. Back to Hezonja. Here's Simons. Whiteside trying to break free. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Fast break, Dallas. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Fast break, Dallas. Here's Wright. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss. Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Trying to get open is Marjanovic, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Boy, the bucket's been 5 feet wide for him. He's dropping everything in.
Hood, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, this team likes it best when Rodney Hood is aggressive on the offensive end. He's always looking to get to the stripe.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the paint. Here's Cauley Stein, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Hezonja up top. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.